Hi Lauren, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. You look absolutely amazing. You have joined the cast of a really iconic British series. Was that pressure?
Yes, but everyone was really supportive and lovely, so it kind of put the weight down a bit.
Had you watched any of it before? I mean, you were probably like 3 when it came out originally. So had you watched any of it before you took the role on?
Yes, I did. I binged the whole series, and it was great. I really did enjoy it. I understand why it's such a big deal now, which is great.
You have got some super intense scenes with Cynthia Erivo, filmed in Norway. What was that like, the physicality of that? I mean, talk to me about that a little bit.
It was a lot, emotionally as well, but I feel like I kind of just went with it, and I have a little tactic of listening to music to just set me in a mood. So that, coupled with the fact that I just had a feeling and I knew what I was going and doing, was great. It was fine.
What was it about the script of Luther the Fallen Son and Anya's part that attracted you to it?
She was different to other, like, teen characters that I played. She was fun, a bit edgy, and I mean, it's great to be alongside like loads of iconic actors, so it was great.
What did you learn from Idris and Cynthia and Andy, who's really scary with his big hair? It's the big hair, but it's also the eyes that change colour all the time. What did you learn from them?
Just be chill on set. Don't overthink anything. If you have a question, no question's a stupid question. Just go in headstrong, or you'll be all right.
Can you tell me like a really fun moment that you guys had on set?
Oh God, with this very fun moment on set. I feel like the whole thing as a whole was kind of fun. Everyone was, even though it's a very dark script, everyone was still quite jovial in some points, which was great.
You went through a lot in the film. Not gonna give anyone any spoilers. You went to Norway. You came back alive. Just. Are you going to be in the next one? Will there be a next one?
Will there be a next? That's a big question. I don't know. Will there be a next one? Who knows? I don't know.
Well, how fun. Have you seen the film in full force at all? Have you seen it at all?
I have seen the film. I'm excited to see it again.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You too. I haven't slept since I saw the film.
Oh.
What was it like getting into that character?
It was, I wanted to avoid it when I first read the script. I really didn't want to go down there because he really is a kind of, he's a reflection of humanity, and that's why I took the role. But there are horrible things he does, and I didn't know whether I really wanted to go down that route again. But as I say, the reason I did choose to do it was because I think it's a fantastic debate that is opened up about technology, about our addiction to technology and the power that we've given to it, and consistently give to it. So that's what appealed to me, is that it's sort of shining a mirror up to the world that we live in.
Well, thank you for scaring me, and enjoy watching it again.
Thank you. Take care.
Good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good
All right.
to see you. Good to see you. Luther's always been so scary for me. The man coming out from under the bed. This one really did it for me. What's it like to bring such a piece of scary film and cinema to life?
For me, I mean, it's art, right? I'm not here to try and scare people, but I want people to think about things, and I also want people to believe in heroes. There are some good people out there that will hunt down the bad guys, and I think that's what John Luther really is.
Who would be your next Luther supervillain? We've had Andy Serkis. Who would you like to play the next Luther supervillain?
Wow, that's a great question. I think Jamie Foxx would be a good supervillain. I think Zoe Saldana could be a good one. I'm just putting names now. I'm just plucking them out.
And why not? And like you said to me earlier on this week or last week, Luther in Africa, that could work?
Yeah, I'd love to take Luther to Africa. Why not? It would be an amazing... It'd just be too hot in the coat. That's the only thing.
You're building a studio in Ghana, so we could do it there.
Yes, I am. See you later.
Thank you.
Good to see you again. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? So do you. So do you. So in London for the premiere, how does it feel to sort of bring Luther home, as it were?
It feels good. It feels really, really good. We worked really hard, and I'm very glad we're bringing it together and bringing it to everyone to see. This guy over here wrote it, and I'm glad we can get to bring his words to the screen. It's a special piece, and I think it's really fun and thrilling, so I hope people enjoy it. Yeah.
Have you seen it in its entirety? What was your reaction to it the first time you saw it all together?
I think I was shocked by how brilliant, it moves really fast, but also you still get a chance to dive into the relationships that everyone has. I thought that the the contrast between the relationships between people and the situations that are happening and the thrilling like sense and the way it moves, all of that together at once, it was really fun. It's really cool.
I mean, it's a super dark film. I told you earlier that I'm still not sleeping. Thanks for that, Cynthia. Thank you. But was it fun to make, though? You know, what were your moments off set, you know, when the cameras weren't rolling? What were they like?
Lovely. We had fun. We had a fun time. Lots of night shoots. Lots of night shoots. It was not easy, but lots of fun. In the car, we had those scenes in the car where and we end up laughing in between sets and talking nonsense and talking about everything about life, and we just had a good time.
If you're in the second film, which I think you should be, but I'm not in charge, but I'm writing some emails, I will tell him, who would be your super villain?
Who would be my
Who would you want to play your super villain?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Just like a person, an actor that I like. I don't know. That's a good question. Who do I want to be my supervillain? Do I want it to be a man or a woman? Who do I want? I feel like Odette's going to end up fighting a couple, more than one. Daniel Craig came to mind because that would be really interesting. John Boyega might be fun. Letitia could be cool.
Maybe they could all band together and fight you and Idris.
Maybe they're like one whole group or something and we just have to fight them together. Yeah.
That's a great film.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Well, have fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
God.
Keep me warm.
You're not going to keep that tonight. I'm sure Idris is going to want that.
He is. Luther on the big screen, it's something that's been talked about for so long.
Yeah.
How did it feel to finally be able to do that?
Oh my God, it was extraordinary. I mean, there are some stories that you know can take being moved into a different space, a bigger space, a larger space. And, you know, as a fan, when I saw the first series of Luther, I always hoped that it would land in a larger space, or certainly a feature-length format. You know, to engage in these stories over a 2-hour period of time, uninterrupted, is a real gift.
And what was it like to bring the band back together, as it were? Because you've kind of been on hiatus since 2019, since the end of the last series. So what was it like for everybody who collaborated on it to be back together in the same room and talking about moving it to this bigger scale?
Yeah, you know, having that shorthand with Neil Cross, the creator of Luther, and Idris, Luther himself, was a real gift coming in and starting the journey, you know, in putting the film together. When Idris stood in that coat on our very first day of filming, which was on the rooftop when he's standing on the roof, that was our first day. You know, it's not lost on any of us, that little kind of buzz, including Idris. You know, it's a real celebration of a great character, a great creation, done by, you know, created by Neil Cross, and an incredible, you know, interpretation by the amazing Idris Elba.
And it's the first time we see Luther out of London, in Norway of all places. Some incredible landscapes there. Talk to me about filming there.
You know, having the opportunity of taking or expanding Lutherland, that's the thing. It's like we could only go somewhere that felt, in the graphic novel world that we've created, that felt like an extension of Lutherland. Okay, it wasn't at London streets, but there was something visceral about going from these shadowy noir streets that holds a lot of secret that you could hide in very easily to a space that exposes everything. There's nowhere to hide. So in its kind of the provocative element of those images, the kind of sparseness of it, almost the pictorial negative opposite of Lutherland. You know, it was a gift to be able to take it out there. And it just shows that as long as we protect what Lutherland is to us, you know, we can take it anywhere.
Luther does survive, just. Odette survives, just. Are we going to have a second film? Are we going to have another series? Tell us.
You know, every time I watch a Luther story, whether I've directed it, whether I'm watching it as a fan, I love it that the door's open. Whether it's open to a next episode, as it was in the series, or whether it's open to future stories. You know, there's a lot of characters in the Luther universe that I would like to meet. There's a lot of characters in the Luther universe that I'd like to be reunited with. And there's a lot of characters that I'd like to be quietly terrified by. So I hope there's a lot more story in the feature-length format.
Me too. Thank you so much. Thank you.